I'll give you 3 ways to actually be successful in the rifle season. Even if the deer are pressured, you're on public land. First things first, make sure you wear blaze orange. It's super critical. In southern Ontario, about 9 years ago, there was a fella in an archery only season, and a poacher stopped on the side of the road adjacent to him. He was walking into his stand on the edge of a field. Now, he was legit allowed to wear camo. There was no blaze orange requirement at that time, archery only. Well, fella hauled off with a 306 from the road 120 yards away and shot him right in the back, killed him dead. I'm not telling people what to do. I'm just saying, if the blaze orange is a requirement in your rifle season, for the love of God, wear it. It's just not worth it. That's the number one thing. Number two, to go along with that, I actually hunt fairly dense cover. Now, the good news is I had a really nice fat 8-point this morning with 20 yards coming on a secondary run in the spot I was in. So what I tend to do is I hunt really brushy draws. These tend to be choke points. They could be a convergence trail where 2 or 3 trails meet, but they're secondary to trails on the edges of the bedding area where the bucks are weaving in and out and they're looking for does and dogging does. And this guy came in exactly where I figured they would come from. He came in, I put the brakes on at about 20 yards and he slipped through to my left a little bit. And he stopped about 18, 20 yards away behind a great big buckthorn tree, unfortunately about the size of my leg, and I could not get a shot off at him. But it solidified what this video is going to be all about, which is hunting those choke points, brushy draw areas next to bedding areas. All right, if the deer are pressured, they're going to be there anyway, right? I do not hunt big openings at all. I just walked out of some mess I was hunting. My second point is when you're in those areas, just like I had happen this morning, your shot exposures are going to be fast. The deer quite often going to be moving quickly. If you're on public land and they're pushed by other hunters, they're going to be moving. Even on private land, this land we have here, both to the south, east and west of us, it may as well be hunting public land. There is so much pressure on these animals. And that buck this morning I had come in, you could have heard a pin drop. It was so quiet, and he was nervous as all hell. He is just super nervous. I don't know if it was because one of the bigger boys was put the boots to him. He's a pretty nice deer actually, or he was being pressured off the adjacent woodlot here about 150 yards away. I don't know, but either way, he was where I thought they were going to come through, and I almost got an arrow at him today, which is great. So A, blaze orange. B, hunt those brushy choke points with convergences. Get in the tight cover. Make sure you're shooting for those quick shot exposures. You're not going to have a long time to sit there and hold it full draw, let alone with a stick bow, of course. But it's really important to ensure that you've got you're shooting down for that good 1 or 2, or maybe if you're lucky, a 3-second exposure. I had the bow up. I was on live string. I had about 2 inches of string, and I was just waiting for him to step out, and he just didn't give me the good shot. He turned away and walked straight away off that buckthorn from me. So practice your quick shot exposures. Make sure you're really, tuned in on them. I was on the ground, and there's just no tree to sit in there. So it was almost happened. I was really happy with that. Number 3, what goes along with this is don't be afraid to move. If you're set this morning, if I had made a little bit of an adjustment and gotten just downwind a little bit behind me to the east, he came back along, which is the other part of the story, about an hour and a half later with another bigger buck chasing on his heels. And this 8-point was a nice deer. The one chasing him was even bigger, and I didn't get too much eyes on him because they were just 50 yards out through the other side of the brushy draw. So I picked the right place, but I could have picked a better place too. And they were just a little bit deeper in on the one side, and probably would have been about a 12 or 13 yard shot. So I actually sat there after he moved through and thought, boy, he's going down that one run. I know there's a bedding area in there. I thought, get in there, back up a little bit, and sit down in there. Had I done that, I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now. I'd be following a blood trail. So those are my points for the gun season. I've been super effective hunting them. I don't like the open edges in the rifle season here. I like getting those brushy draws, choke points, and ensuring that I've got my shot process down, so I got good quick draw on those quick shot exposures where I don't have a lot of time. All right, so find those bedding areas, find the secondary runs, hunt the choke points and the convergences just in the tighter cover, and good luck to you hunting your rifle season with your stick bow. Cheers.